Okay, trial time. Let's wrap this up. Oops. Okay, turn my TV down. All rise. Court is back in session. Apollo Justice Defense Simulator is ready. Dina Sykes, Assistant Defender, is ready. As shipper as ever, I see. And then French on the list. And prosecution. Okay then. By the way, as Detective 4.5's third year shackles today. There'll be no more refined business this time. Prosecutor Blackwell. Tuh. Now, your opening statement, if you would. I believe it's a standard procedure for the prosecution to handle it. Yeah, looks like the judge is really bringing him today. Probably realized how Blackwell played him. Well, as one game assignment says. Yup. His honor is to fight to defend his honor today. Bitch. It's plain to see that you've always dreamed of delivering an epic opening statement. I have? I don't know if I'd say that. Why, of course you have. I saw it in your eyes the last time you gave the opening statement. That was a look of one who yearns deeply for the thrill of an epic opening statement. For decades now, you've been watching opening statements from your bench. They were the crown jewels of the court. The one thing you could not possess. The crown jewels of the court? Now, at long last, they were within your grasp. How could you possibly refuse? Oh, well, so you don't mind if I do it then? I'll make a special exception. Just this one. Ah, shit. Here we go again. Okay, the fan is back on. So, sorry if that was really annoying. But it's really hot in here. Yep, more Blackwell's mind game. Well, in the case, I think I might go ahead and make the opening today myself. In yesterday's session, we learned that the shocking truth that the victim of Alderman Rex Hubie was Amazing Ninetales. We also learned that Amazing Ninetales was a key figure in the yokai craze and anti-merger protests. It was further revealed that upon learning Rex Hubie's secret identity, Mayor Damien Ten murdered him. The fact that the crime took place in a tightly locked room was also brought to light, and the only people in that tightly locked room were the defendant and the victim. The defense proposed the existence of a hypothetical third party, but further investigation revealed no proof of a third party who had escaped the room. Ergo, we must conclude that the evidence against the defendant is, well, conclusive. Yeah, did I say something wrong? That was quite astonishing. You've truly outdone yourself this time. One more thing to boast about to my grandchild. Well, this is not an unexpected turn of events. Now then, it seems the prosecution has called a new witness to testify. The inexplicable yokai evidence left at the scene of the crime. Well, does that not demand some sort of explanation? The feathers and tracks, weren't those left by the mayor while he was possessed? That was but an act to protect his daughter. Oh. Yeah, of course. I suspected as much. Wait, did he actually believe the mayor's award-winning performance? His daughter was the one who planted the yokai evidence. Ergo, the true identity of the yokai in the manor was the manor's maid, Jinxie Tenma. Objection! The prosecution is engaging in mere conjecture. Would you care for some new witness testimony then? For I am ready to prove that little scamp is the one behind the Tamataro farce. In his testimony, nobody means filching that creep rebel. Alright then, wouldn't you call in Jinxie? But, well, I guess not. I guess you wouldn't admit to that. That's smart. Oh boy, this dude again. Mr. Filch, you made quite a hasty exit yesterday. See that doesn't happen again today. Yeah, I've been known for my hasty retreat since I was a kid. Bit of trademark of mine. Right, you managed to give a total of 5 bailiffs to slip. Like those amateurs could ever nab me. That's pretty impressive, not gonna lie. My man said he had 5 stars, he got out. Perhaps we should shackle you by the neck. That would keep you in place. Yipes, no please. I'm liable to rip my own head off if I start running. Your statement now. Yes, sir. May beat a hasty retreat, but there's no escaping Prosecutor Blackwell. Yeah, Blackwell doesn't strike me as the type give up easy type. And Filch, your testimony. Specifically the true nature of the yokai you saw managed shortly after the crime. Round 1. I guess not round 1 yet, it's just testimony. Temataro's really that little maid girl, ain't no doubt about it. I mean, the Temataro I saw was just a little thing about her size. But the little runt had a big old staff. I seen it when she came out into the foyer. Betcha she stole it from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling upon the crime scene. She was gonna use it to want me on my counter on my fierce reputation, just know it. Huh. How the heck does he know the stats from the Forbidden Chamber? So Temataro was short in stature. And that's because it was just St. Tema all along. You betcha. Besides, all the rest in the manor are way taller than her. Feigning height is but an easy thing. But a big ox like the defendant could never pass for short. What if the Temataro impersonator was walking on their knees? Wearing no knee walking, I seen it myself. Huh? Then perhaps that yokai really was Miss Tema after all. All monsters are not but tricks. Either the mind, or the cheap parlor variety. So you're saying she created an illusion like one of those magical eye things? Precisely. Human senses are easily deceived. Take the fellow in the cell next to me. Each night he cries and screams about some ghost he thinks he sees. But in truth, it was just simply the janitor. Ho ho ho. Prosecutor Blackwell just gave up the ghost literally. I don't even know what that means. The janitor's deathly complexion and all-white attire are, no doubt, partially to blame. That and the fact that he constantly mutters about talking vengeance for this or that. That actually sounds like a real ghost to me. Alright, time for the cross-examination. Round 1. Let's press everything, because what else we gotta do? You must rebel mentioned something about a practice yesterday. Do you deny this so-called lesson about what you were supposed to say in court? Nah, you got it all wrong. And could you tell the court exactly what sort of lesson it was? Oh, it was, what was it? Yipes. Now I remember. Math, you know, numbers and stuff. He's completely under Blackwell's control too. Anyway, Twin Towers and all main scouts, what's the difference? Hold it! I think you got a good look at how tall Twin Tower impersonator was. You betcha. I got a habit of sizing people up. I can even give you a primer on how to pull it off. All under the table. Match. I got a knack for figuring out where people's pockets are and how much money they have. I size them really good before I relieve them of their valuables. You just admitted being pickpocket right here in court. Let's just hold that this Temataro enter the foyer. Damn straight I do. Hold it! Okay. You're not gonna brush it all off by claiming that purple's short. Huh. Must hit a raw nerve because you ain't that tall yourself. Look who's talking, Mr. I've gotta stand in a box just to testify. Anyway, Mr. Filch, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you say that Temataro you saw had a staff? Cross my heart, hope to die. I know cause it went jingle and a jangle. And where do you suppose that staff came from? Staff, you say? Well, This is the part that doesn't make any sense. So I suppose you mean to say that Jinx and Tenma entered the Forbidden Chamber to get one. Well, I ain't never seen a staff like that in the manor. So it had to be the Forbidden Chamber. That's actually a reasonable deduction. Oh, really? The stench of the bell is thick in the air today. Jinxie entered the Forbidden Chamber after the incident. Then she took the staff and tried to cover up their actions by pretending to be Temotaro. I guess that's what you're trying to say? Could Jinxie have even entered the Forbidden Chamber if she wanted to? There is one thing I was wondering about. Why did that yokai have a staff in the first place? Wallop you? And why would the so-called yokai want to do that? That little maiden gal never did like me. She always hightails it when I come around her. She sticks these weird papers in my noggin. She probably thinks I'm a dread Tanuki monster for keeping an or something. We need to prove that Jinxie isn't Temotaro. But I have no idea how we're going to do that. All we have to do is prove that it's impossible for Jinxie to turn into Temotaro. Not easier than you think. Okay. Speak for yourself. Alright, let me see. Where's my evidence? Oh, here we go. I actually have no idea. So okay, let me look at this key. Inside of the key or Jinxie's statement. After leaving the scene and calling the police, they pass each other to Ben Hall. So there is okay. Whoops. Do I have to present Jinxie's statement? Does that even count? I guess we'll see. Objection! Like, that is absolutely not it. Okay, so it's gotta be the key then, right? She stole from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling upon the crime scene. But she didn't have the key then, because the dude swallowed it. Objection! I don't know why I didn't do that first. It would seem that Temotaro was, in fact, not this innocent little girl. Huh? How do you figure that? You claim that Temotaro you saw had one of those stakes in the Forbidden Chamber. But it would have been impossible for Miss Temma to get a hold of one. Care to elaborate, Mr. Justice? Of course. The mayor swallowed this key shortly after the murder. He wanted to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber. What's this? This key was deep in the mayor's stomach when Miss Temma discovered the crime scene. So you see, it would have been impossible for her to get to the Forbidden Chamber. In short, the Temotaro seen holding that staff could not have been Jinxie Tenma. Ugh! Ah! What? but, oh, then who does the defense believe was impersonating Temitaro? Our Temitaro impersonator is none other than Mayor Tema's aide.
Objection!
Such accusations beg evidence. Aside from his ghastly appearance, can you prove he is the yokai we seek? Yes, in fact I can. Bitch. Alright then, let's see where the defense is going with this. The shampoo bottle.
Take that! Take that!
We found this hand cream in the forbidden chamber. And we know that whoever was Temitaro took one of the staves out of there. In short, I believe whoever this hand cream belongs to is the yokai impersonator we're looking for. Huh. Mr. Justice, how do you propose to identify the hand cream's owner? I'm very glad you asked, Your Honor. The defense requests a fingerprint analysis on this piece of evidence. It might tell us who it belongs to. Interesting. So you tried to find the yokai's prints on there. Alrighty then, I called a short recess while we were for the fingerprint results. No need for that, Your Boldness. We have the prints of everyone at the manor that day. You called Professor Blackquill. Could anyone be more whipped? What does that mean? Fulbright, analyze this for prints. You have 3 minutes. Your wish is my command. Okay then, I guess we'll just wait right here. 3 minutes later. It would seem the fingerprint analysis is complete. How the hell did they do that in 3 minutes? How did they leave the courtroom, go to the fingerprint machine, do whatever it does, and come back in 3 minutes? Yeah, okay. What do the results show? What in the hell? They're floating on those prints, aren't they? This is absurd. But Blackquill? I'm not gonna like this, am I? Don't tell me. Temitaro's prints? Fingerprint analysis has revealed that the prints belong to... Phineas Filch.
Objection!
Wait. What? What? Then Mr. LaBelle wasn't the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber?
Objection!
Why, you tricksy little noogie. Explain yourself now. Sure. Them prints are mine. I mean, I did pilfer that hand cream from Mr. LaBelle after all. So you're the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber? So what if I did? Got a problem with that? Ah! You fool of a Destiny. Oh my god. So now we don't have any proof that the dude entered the Forbidden Chamber. I was even at the crime scene. Order. I mean, relax. Mr. Justice, can you care to explain what this can mean? That's a great question. Well, the fact that Mr. Filch was in the Forbidden Chamber... Wait a minute. Does this mean that Temitaro holding that staff was... Phineas Filch? Yipes. Another cat out of the bag. But Mr. Filch is Temitaro? Oh my god. I don't understand. Does this mean Mr. Filch is the real killer? The witness will explain himself this instant. Begging your pardon, Your Honorship, but I was doing what the alderman told me. He wanted me to beat Temitaro in a village exorcism ritual. Oh, you mean that event at the Ninetales Film Festival? So that was you inside Temitaro costume? Yup. And after the event, I went to watch a pro wrestling program. But it bored me to tears on account of the wrestlers being complete jobbers. So he didn't actually watch the entire wrestling match. That's when I looked at the Temitaro costume and got a great idea. Nobody can tell it's me while I'm wearing it. And because I'm superstitious, no matter what I do, the villagers won't say a word. So in other words, you use superstitions to effectively render yourself invisible. Why did you want to enter the forbidden chamber in the first place? Because of the treasure there. Thought that was my big chance to sneak on in, and now, how did he get the key? Is no one, you're not gonna answer? You're not gonna answer how did he get in there? Heh. Only that's the greatest get rich chance in the universe. Told me all about it, so there's many treasure in there. He went in there not knowing his grandfather already pilfered it? Guess that's one tale that didn't get passed down from grandpappy to grandson. Wait, how exactly did you get in the forbidden chamber? That's what I'm saying. There was a meeting in the Fox chamber that day. Plus, the mayor swallowed the only key that could have opened forbidden chamber's door. There's gotta be another way in. You couldn't have possibly gotten in. I could through the air van in the foyer. The vents left to the alderman's picture. I went on in and made a nice little hole. Use that to get into the air duct and at least a forbidden chamber. You what? But how's that even possible? Wait a minute. Remember that air vent in the forbidden chamber? But I thought you said it was too high to get. Right? Because if he got in there, he would have hadn't got out. So Mr. Filch found a way to get into the air duct. And that's how he got from the foyer vent to the forbidden chamber vent. Huh. So Temtar was nothing more than a cat burglar. Or rather, a tanuki burglar. And we're back to being without anyone to charge for the alderman's murder. And it's like a still called yokai, nothing more than one big troublemaker. Tell me, Mr. Filch, what did you do after fleeing to the foyer? Got out of the costume right quick. Would have caused trouble at that point. Okay, and where's that costume now? Hell if I know. Ain't my fault if we never find it. The police searched every nook and cranny. No yokai costume was left in that manner. What if it was tossed outside the manor? Ugh. No way. But maybe, just maybe, the defense seems to have hit upon an idea. Well, go on, young justice. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Mr. Filch, did you get rid of the costume here? The window?
Take that!
Did you toss out the window? Because that will certainly explain why it didn't turn up inside the manor. You think I tossed out the window? That costume cost me a pretty penny. So why would I go do something like that? I can think of a few reasons. Any bright ideas, Apollo? Well, assuming the costume was really tossed out from the window, the next question would be, what happened to it after that? And if I'm right, I might have just the thing to prove what happened to the costume. Phineas Filch, I have just the evidence for you. You do? This evidence proves you got rid of your temp costume out through the window. Is it the paper? You've got big paper, right? Ah, that's Temataro flying to the sky? And just how does that prove Mr. Filch threw his costume out the window? It's pretty simple. That's not Temataro in the photo, it's the costumes Mr. Filch threw out. Nah, that's crazy talk. You ain't serious, are you? Damn straight I am. There's a steep cliff right outside the foyer window, meaning the matter is pretty high up. The costume flew through the air after it was tossed out. That's when the photo was taken. In other words, the photo of Temataro was really a flight of fancy. What? Yikes. Well, I can't keep any little cats bagged. Can I still file a claim for the lost costume? This more than proves the defense's position. Jinxie Tema had nothing to do with staging the yokai sighting. Care to raise any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? None whatsoever. I'll deal with that tricky Tanuki after I've dealt with this case. Okay, we got a dub, let's go. Alright, we did it! Let's go! Now what I gotta do is make it front of the bell take a stand.
Objection!
Oh my god. Sheathing the sword a bit early, are we not? Huh? Nothing has been proven beyond a doubt. Take this tricksy little Tanuki, for instance. How do you suppose he was able to exit? That's what I'm saying. How did he get out of there? Probably the same way he got in. The chamber's air vent. And what are the feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime? They would suggest that the Tanuki exited through the chamber door, not the air vent.
Objection!
But the forbidden chamber doesn't open from the inside. So what you're saying makes no sense. Right? Someone on the outside opened the door for you. Isn't that right? Yep, that's right. Mr. Blackjack. Who's Mr. Blackjack?
Hold it!
Sprung right open. Who was on the other side? Didn't get a good look on account of the sudden glare. Like how the reflection from my head warns a fellow moviegoers emerging from the dark. That's my snatch of staff and made my daring escape. And then that little mace girl slapped me as I hightailed at the hall. Oh, so that means that the forbidden chamber wasn't open until after the crime was discovered. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. So wait, no. So is it possible that he went into the forbidden chamber before the crime happened, was in the forbidden chamber when the crime occurred, someone opened the door? Wait, because Jinxie was the first one to discover the crime scene. She went to go call the police, so at that moment someone must have opened the door. Between the time Jinxie went to phone the police and seeing Temataro, which we know is Filch, in that short time period, someone opened that door to the forbidden chamber. But wait, but the dude had the key, didn't he? So how the heck does that even make any sense? Okay, I guess we're gonna figure it out. I don't know if I already said this, so I'll say it again. That means the forbidden chamber wasn't open until after the crime was discovered. But wait, we still don't know who opened it. Maybe there really was a third person in the Fox chamber.
Objection!
Well, you little Tanuki, when the forbidden chamber opened, did you see the accused passed out there? Nope. Only one there was the alderman, and he was dead as a doornail. The accused wasn't there. What do you suppose he was up to? Uh-oh. I don't know if I like where this is going. Don't tell me. Plainly, the only one who could have opened the forbidden chamber was the accused, Damien Tenma. Oh, okay, so no, this was before the crime occurred. But wait, he said the alderman was dead, right? I'm so confused. Wait a second. There had to be somebody else besides Mayor Tenma there. Really? And who might that be? Oh, well that would be...
Objection!
It seems our feisty little lass has forgotten the most important thing. Evidence. I didn't forget. I was just testing your attention to details? Miss Sykes, you can't prove your point without proof of some sort. It's a proven fact. I mean, technically, Blackwell hasn't given any evidence either, but whatever. Oh, yeah, we're definitely on something here. We are? Think about it. If Filch was stuck inside the forbidden chamber, one of the alibis we heard would no longer hold any water. The defense would like to call a new witness to the stand, someone who knew Mr. Filch was stuck in the forbidden chamber, and by virtue of knowing this, has an alibi that no longer adds up. Yeah, not that insufferable. Alrighty then, the court will hear what Mr. Justice has to say. Whose alibi no longer adds up? Well, it's gotta be freaking Florent, right? It's gotta be Florence now, because he's the only person there. He's the only other person there. Well, that's the defendant's aide, Florent LaBelle. Didn't he claim to be in the foyer at the time of the crime? No, no, no. True, but in his alibi, he also claimed Mr. Filch was in the foyer too. However, as we all know now, Mr. Filch was not there with Bell at the time. Well, technically, I don't have anything that says that, so if I'd forgotten that, it would have been a wrap. In short, Mr. Bell's alibi is bullshit now. Yeah. Florent Bell's alibi was one big lie. Isn't that right, Mr. Filch? I reckon there ain't no keeping that cat in the bag either. It was all Mr. Bell's idea. He told me he burned his lip about me breaking the forbidden chamber. In return, he said we vouched for his alibi. Shame on you, Mr. Filch. Perjury is a serious crime, you know. Oh, perjury exists, huh? Ah, shit. Mercy on shit, mercy. Yeah! I also searched the person who opened the forbidden chamber from Mr. Filch. It was none other than Florent LaBelle. After all, his alibi has just been proven to be complete fabrication. I see. We will take a 20-minute recess, after which time we will see what Mr. LaBelle has to say for himself. Hell yeah! We're finally going to drag a slippery snake onto the sand. In the meantime, the prosecution will question Mr. LaBelle about these new allegations. Alright. April 19th, 10:25 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. We did it, Apollo. We finally dragged Mr. Bell into court. Well, yeah. Hey, it's a long face. I can't help but feel I'm missing something important. Plus, Prosecutor Black was bound to mount a counterattack. Man, you're a bitch, huh? You'll be fine. That makes me figure who opened the forbidden chamber for Mr. Filch had to have been Florent LaBelle. I know, but that's not what's bugging me. I wish I could put my finger on it, though. At any rate, the big showdown with Mr. LaBelle is up next, so chin up, Apollo. Is that it? Okay. April 19th, 11 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is back in session. Our next witness is... Yes, I'm acting on behalf of the mayor in this very important matter. It looks like the witness is predisposed at the moment. Ah ha ha ha. Sure, you jest. I will hold you to your promise, remember that. Oh, my deepest apologies. This is Florent LaBelle, personal aide to Mayor Tenma. Or should I say, the accused. Damn, like the poor mayor hasn't suffered enough. Well, what business do you have with me? I'm a very busy man, so let's make this as brief as possible. Baldy. Ah, right. Mr. Foote's testimony has revealed the hole in your alibi. And for this reason, you are suspected of having some sort of connection with the case at hand. To think I'd be associated with this entirely lurid affair. Well, I'm not. So may I go now? I have very important matters to attend to.
Objection!
I don't think so, LaBelle. Do you realize what a serious crime you've committed? Witness, you are being accused of perjury. This is your chance to clear the air. Fine. The truth is, I faked my alibi for a very good reason. The mayor was obviously the killer, so I created a fake alibi to confuse the matter. You see, as his personal aide, I felt I had to protect him. Sorry. That's... You still get accused of perjury, though! You cock! You think this shit's a game? Without your alibi, you're a suspect too. What were you really doing at the crime? At the time of the crime? Peasant, how dare you accuse me, one of the beautiful people, of being... Shut the hell up and tell the court what you were really doing at the time of the crime.
Silence.
It really just gets quiet whenever he says silence. Enough jabbering. Swords have been drawn. The time for talk is past. Swords? What swords? This is a duel to the death. The fate of the accused rests in our hands. Begone, ye of cowardly hearts. The battlefield hath no place for ye. Not this shit again. Oh my. Spare me, please! What are you getting hype about, crowd? How much for 30 shackles? Ah! Those chains turned to my vow that heads would roll this day. This gives keeping your head on a court a whole new meaning. Will the witness please deliver the accused's death? Nell? You know of what I speak. Ah ha ha ha. Most certainly. His goose is already cooked. Time to stick a fork in. Huh? Whatever he has to say can't be good. As I told Prosecutor Blackwell during the recess, I rushed right over to the Fox chamber when I heard the little Jinxie scream. What? Then, drumroll please, I saw Mayor Tenman opening the forbidden chamber doors. But, there you have it. The mystery man who opened the chamber door, as witnessed by one Phineas Filch, was the accused. There was never any third party. Oh, and that's not all. I heard something quite startling near the scene of the crime. Startling sounds bad. The mayor, who was barely conscious, muttered this. Forgive me, Jinxie. Wait, what? How the heck did he know that? That's right. The mayor actually confessed to the murder right then and there. He confessed? Oh my god, how the heck did he know that? How did he... Okay, bro, we get it. It's hype, whatever, dude. Alright, everyone relax. This is quite conclusive testimony if it stands. Just so. And quite astonishing, I might add. I only learned this fact during recess. I just love surprises, don't you? That's why I saved the best for last. Consider it a gift from me to you. Wait, I don't believe Sir Bell heard the mayor confess. But is this really true? Did Mayor Tenma really confess? It is indeed. During the last recess, I confirmed it with the mayor's daughter. It would seem Mayor Tenma actually did confess. That testimony is quite favorable to the prosecution. This is Abel. Yes, I called earlier about the party reservation. That's right, and I'll be calling my little shindig Mayor Tenma's conviction gala. A splendid time is guaranteed for all but the mayor is in defense. Well, seems our witness is a very busy man, so let's get right to his testimony. It's kinda gay, dude. Was in the hallway, hiding in the shadows. That's when I heard the confession. Upon learning of her father's crime, little Jinxie fled without ever noticing me. Okay. Immediately after that, the mayor came to, stood up, and opened the forbidden chamber. So I know this part's bullshit. Cause the mayor... As I ran in terror, the demon emerged from his prison. shock, I fled down the hallway to my right to the one with the phone at the end. Okay, so that's bullshit, because that's bullshit. Jinxie went to the phone to call the police, so she would have seen him. Just think the defendant actually confessed then and there to this crime. Perhaps the guilt was too much to bear, so you can. Oh. You do realize you should not have withheld such crucial testimony from the court. Ah. Once again, sorry. It's just, I absolutely knew that perjuring meant actually nothing in this game. God damn it. Why the hell is a marriage confession have to be brought up by this guy? Probably do something before the judge declares Mary guilty. As a death row inmate once told me in years gone by, there is a time to fight, and a time to yield. A time to live, and a time to die. Sling it on real thick now. Round 1? Okay. I'll impress everything just cause. You wanna hear the dialogue? So you claim that the mayor confessed to his daughter. Are you sure about that? Peasant. You wouldn't dare ask such a question if you truly understood. True beauty is never wrong. It's not. Oh, his hair's green now. No. Beauty is carved deep in the DNA. That means I'm programmed to always be right, even when I'm wrong. That doesn't make any sense. These exquisite ears are like flowers bloom. These eyes that shine like petals, like pearl. This hair is a fine silk. Nothing can corrupt the truth they hold. Oh my god. How did Tema appear to you? Oh, the poor little thing's positively heartbroken, all teary-eyed and whatnot. I couldn't help but shed a few tears myself after seeing her like that. I actually sympathize with Jinxie. Yeah, sounds bullshit to me. Yeah, because he's the only real monster we've seen so far in looks and in character. The next thing I did was check my face in the mirror. Check your face? Why? To behold the beauty that is my sadness, why else? Apollo, I'm sorry to lose all faith in humanity. I know the feeling. Hang in there. Let's keep faith in our client. He opened the forbidden chamber, but why would he do that? Who knows? So, at what point did the mayor go unconscious? I don't understand that. Maybe he wanted to free the demon Tamataro. The courtroom is no place for fairy tales. Remember, you are under oath. Sobel speaking. Yes, we'll certainly explore the matter. Toodles. Now, where were we again? You were going to tell us the real reason why the mayor opened up the chamber. Oh yes, of course. Oh my god. Hello, Mr. Bell. Good one, sir. You're an absolute riot. Okay, bye. You were saying. Fuck it. This is the time. You're just gonna tell more lies.
Hold it!
What was Fish like at the time? He was shouting, I can't see. It's the curse of Tamataro. Then he took off running like a madman. Wasn't blinded by sudden light of flooding in. Wrong. What? He set eyes upon me. I was blinded by my radiant beauty. So, it was a curse from a bell rather than Tamataro. So after he fled into the hallway with the phone at the end, Tomotawa ran off towards the foyer. Precisely. Was it Destinies calling? Well, Jinxie also saw Tomotawa, right? She did. Said they passed each other in the hall after she made that call to police. Well, if one had a feeling what the phone is, exactly. Exactly. Question is, which statement do I do? It's this one.
Objection!
Flint LaBelle, you're niggering me. What on earth do you mean? Yeah, care to fill in the rest of us in, young Justice? If Mr. LaBelle had really fled down into the hall with a phone in it, he would have crossed paths with Miss Tenma. What's this? After she discovered the crime scene, she immediately went to call the police. Then, after making her call, she went back to the main hallway, whereupon she encountered the demon, yokai, or whatever the hell you want to call it. As for me, I call it Phineas Filter and Tempo Tower costume. The encounter happened right here, where the hallways meet. As for LaBelle, if he had fled here, feigning escape from the yokai imposter, why yes, the two would have crossed paths. Right, except Miss Tenma told us that there was no one else in the hall. In short, Miss Tenma did not see you in the hall because you were never really there. Yeah, my eyes, my beautiful eyes. Haha, not such a fabulous scent now, is it? But Mr. Justice, the witness also said that he heard the mayor confess. If he was lying while hearing the confession in the hall, then where was he when he heard it? Inside the Fox chamber. Where else? But isn't that within the very crime scene? Uh-huh. It sure is, Your Honor. And that means he's not really a witness. Rather, he's the third party I've been alleging this whole time. What? You think I'm the killer? How dare you?
Silence.
Foolish, no, whoa, foolish fop. A true man knows when he is beaten. A shield of lies comes to naught before a foe with the sword of truth bared. Bared? I think it's bared. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you? I thought we were on the same side. You are mistaken. There are no sides here, save for my cold, steely edge of judgment. You are alone upon this battlefield, with naught but your lies and your sickly sweet perfume. Whoa, what just happened? Blackwell's really tearing into him. You heard the mayor's confession from the inside, did you not, you deviant motherfucker? From the sole location which you could have seen and heard the mayor and the Tanuki, without either of them noticing you was right there in the Fox chamber. I mean, it's you were in the Fox chamber, whatever. Oh my. So that's how it's going to be. Fine, I'll come clean then. Seriously? You admit to being there in the Fox chamber? I do. I did enter the room after the murder. But I was afraid of being falsely accused, so I lied about it. I feel terrible about lying like that. But it's a verbal cologne I used to protect myself. You better explain yourself, LaBelle. But of course, I was just about to get to that. You're on thin ice, but perjury is a very serious crime, but you've never charged one witness for perjury. Round 2. I did enter the Fox chamber after the murder, but I didn't enter until after Jinxie had heard the confession and left. I heard the mayor groan and hid behind the folding screen there. Okay. What I saw there up close was absolutely horrifying. So you see, I was there, but merely watching from behind the screen. Behind the screen? Yes, I believe you wouldn't be spotted if you were there. Just so, you can see everything about being spotted by the victim, or that Timothy Filch. Suffice to say, he was a mere witness to the events, rather than an actual third party. This guy's as slippery as an eel. Apollo, you think he's telling the truth? Well, he was in the Fox Chamber, so at least that must be true. Defense across examine our slightly voyeuristic witness. I have no idea how you say that word. Okay. Right. Pressing everything. Why the hell would you enter that grisly crime scene? Why? Because I was worried sick. Every time a suit, it what? It was designed personally by me. I was worried my work of art might get blood on it. This man clearly has priorities in order. And ruin my designer shoes. Your shoes? Even now, just thinking about getting blood on my fabulous footwear. That's bullshit. A man was dying and another injured, and you worry about your shoes?
Silence.
This is a court of law. You're not teaching morality here. We have schools of etiquette and such for trivial pursuits. Wait a minute. Why'd you hide yourself? Oh my, so you do understand. I do. By hiding, I was concealing my fabulous beauty, for the sake of the universe. Something I should never ever do. That's what you were thinking, right? I'm sorry about holding this eccentricity again. Can you describe the crime scene in a bit more detail? Oh, and what details would you like to... Well, the feathers and tracks. Yeah, we need that. Okay. What do you remember about the yokai feathers and tracks? They resulted when Temataro exited the Forbidden Chamber. Okay, right. He came out in quite a rush, scattering the feathers this way and that. Did you immediately know it was Filch? I did, and that's why I suggest we kept our alibis together. How did those practice sessions go? They were nearly death to me. Filch has to be the worst student ever. Sure, why not? The yokai feathers and tracks weren't there before the Fox Chamber was opened. Is that bullshit? Whoops! Okay. Meant to click the A button. But that's cool. I guess it's not. I guess it wasn't the answer. There are bloody footprints. Top of the blood. Okay, so yeah, that does make sense. I get another, like, thingy? Let's ask about the Forbidden Chamber. Describe the Forbidden Chamber at the time. It was shut tight until the mayor opened it. He's ready to stress that it was the mayor who opened the Forbidden Chamber. The big asshole, he opened it himself. Well, if it was kill Mr. Rebel, we just host. Yes, it is. The furniture was shut tight until the mayor opened it. Wait, he couldn't have opened it though because he had swallowed the key, didn't he? And he didn't give it back up until... Right? Because he didn't... Well, we don't know when he's... Oh, no, wait. I'm gonna do the other one just in case.
Hold it!
You just have to set it up instead of being used at the scene. The spear had been thrust all the way through the Alderman QB. There was a statue that the Alderman used to blood Mayor Tenma. It's all on the floor. Right, statue. But why would you find it inspiring? Why did you find the statue inspiring? Ah ha ha, well, when I saw that statue, I felt as the murder had been realized, it was like a celebration of union between the town and village, an inspiring symbol of goodwill. A broken statue next to a bloody corpse, so inspiring. Sure, why not? No reason not to. As a token of goodwill celebrating the municipal merger. But no, that's gotta be BS, right?
Objection!
Right? Yeah. Your lies have finally betrayed you, Mr. Rebel. What possibly could you mean? You said this statue was like a celebration of union between the town and village. Isn't that right? It is indeed, but what of it? The two yokai are joining hands in goodwill. As if they were celebrating the municipal merger. Is something the matter? So, how did you really know that this statue must be a symbol of goodwill again? What? Young Justice, explain yourself, and make it quick. Alright. This statue was meant to symbolize goodwill in its original form, but that was a secret. A secret? Whatever do you mean? What I mean is, when it broke, that it broke when someone uses to strike Mayor Tenma on the head. What's left clearly makes it look like the two yokai are battling it out. Yeah. The statue's secret and its true form were lost inside that locked room. For Miss Tenma is the only living soul who should know what it once looked like. So, Mr. Rebel, where could you have possibly seen that statue in its original form? What do you mean, where? The only possible answer is this. You saw the statue in its original form right there in the room where the alderman was murdered before it was broken. How dare you? Young Justice, are you accusing witnesses with some sort of crime? Yes. Yes, I am. Ronald LaBelle, you murdered that nigga. Give me that. LaBelle, you've been accused of murder. What you gotta say to that one, boy? How could you possibly accuse me, the embodiment of beauty? Let's go, Apollo. This is the conclusive evidence we needed. Magnifico. We've got you now. We know you killed that nigga. Admit it.
Silence.
Enough of your bullshit, Justice. This prancing peacock cannot possibly be the key.
Objection.
Yeah, bullshit, he couldn't. His alibi is already crumbled to dust. And I just proved that he was in the Fox chamber while it was still locked tight.
Silence.
Why could he not have seen the statue's troop from before the murder? After all, he was close friends with them and Alderman. Ergo... yes, that's right. I clearly remember it now. Alderman QB told me about it. About what the statue actually looked like. I mean, he was a good friend of mine. Ah ha ha ha. Yeah, bullshit. He wouldn't show you a secret gift just like that.
Silence.
Moreover, it has already been proven that he was not present at the scene of the crime. It has? Forgotten, have we? Recall a little scam statement, if you will. When JC Tenma unlocked the Fox chamber, she saw the alderman and the mayor collapse therein, and no one else. Oh, fuck. The fact is, it was you two who made that apparent in yesterday's court session. Thus, Florent LaBelle could not possibly have been locked in that room. No! Well, he could have just been hiding. I'm gonna act like... Yeah, it was... he said he was hiding behind the folding screen. I just don't get it. How the hell could Jinxie not have seen LaBelle? The proof is incontrovertible. No room for debate exists. Am I not right? Your baldness. Yeah, it does seem awfully conclusive. The facts point to the defendant and the victim being the only people in that room. Moreover, the defendant had already confessed.
Objection. Silence.
You cannot defend the indefensible. Said, objection, silence. Your role is over, young Justice. But your baldness. This trial would last an eternity if we were to keep crossing blades with these simpletons. It is high time you brought down the hammer of justice. A point well made. I believe it's time to declare a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Damien Tenma. Hold it! Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. It would seem that my time is at hand. Mayor Tenma? Counselor, there is a matter to which I must testify. I recall it now only for your good graces. Counselor? Oh, he must be me. He finally remembered what happened before that blow to his head? Bailiff, don't just stand there. Take this thing out of here. It's no good. I can't restrain him. Ha ha ha, know me in despair, for I am Tenmataro, demon lord of the yokai. Wow. Mr. Justice, do something. What the hell do you want me to do? And what am I responsible for court security? This is our chance, Apollo. We might get some new information out of him. Your Honor, seeing as our client has something new to say, I believe due process demands that we hear him out, even if he is a yokai. You put it like that way. I mean, like that way. Still, I believe testimony by a yokai is unprecedented in the legal world. Yeah, but you can have evidence from a parrot. unprecedented absurdity more. Like, yeah, alright, fine then. Damien Tenma, or should I say, Mr. Temtaro, your testimony. Okay, yeah. Oh boy. Someone supposed to contradict him or something? Or... The ruler of demon kind. Barely conscious was Damien Tenma there, amid the darkness. Suddenly, two yokai did appear. On one side, I, Temtaro, of demon kind, and on the other, my old enemy, the nine-tailed fox. That's it, okay. So is the defendant asserting that the room he was in very dark at the time? Stranger as it may be, yes, indeed, all was in darkness. And the part about Temtaro and the nine-tailed fox being there? Yes, that too. Temtaro towered overhead, and the nine-tailed fox glittered gold. Yeah, I call animal beast, Your Honor. It would seem the defendant's recollections are not to be trusted. Yes, well, truth be told, my host's recollections are still a bit fuzzy. As if half dreamt, that happening lingers in his mind. Hello, maybe I can help here. Oh boy. Oh, you mean... Yep, I can hear it. It's a discord. It's an unusual motion in the mayor's memory. Alright, let's hope our findings don't come out back to haunt us again. Beep, beep, boop. Entering the Matrix. Anytime there into darkness. Sadness. Something okay to appear. Fear. One side. I, Temtaro, Lord of the Demi-kind. My mortal enemy, nine-tailed fox, and you're happy about that. That's kind of sus. Tango. When the nine-tailed fox appeared, you not only experienced shock and sadness, but also something like joy as well. Joy. Perhaps it was joy at the light coming to my eyes at long last. A long, terrible creaking did pierce the silence. And then there was light. On reflection, it was a door that did produce that infernal racket. The forbidden chamber door. You must be talking about the forbidden chamber door. It does make a lot of noise. So this means that the forbidden chamber really was opened. But what about the sudden light he described? I think I know. You mentioned darkness and Temtaro towering overhead. Maybe the mayor wasn't really in the fox chamber at the time of the crime. Mr. Mayor, the darkness that you were in happened to be here. He was in the forbidden chamber. The forbidden chamber. Was it not the fox chamber where the murder did occur? Yes, but it all makes sense if you were in the forbidden chamber. That terrible creaking sound was probably the forbidden chamber's door opening. And the towering the towering Temtaro you saw. Wow, that's alliteration. Most likely the forbidden chamber statue. Why, yes! That would explain it. The darkness and the staff in that demon's grasp. That was weird. But even if all that's true, then what about the nine-tailed fox? That's what I was gonna ask. Maybe he was seeing things? Just like Jinxie and her imaginary yokai. Fantastico, Apollo. It's entirely possible. In a groggy, dreamlike state, people can misremember things and events. Misremember, you say? Huh. Let me think. Ah! I do believe. I remember now. That That was not the nine-tailed fox. It was the amazing Ninetales. What? The amazing Ninetales? At first, this is but a dream, I thought. Now, however, most clearly do I recall it. It was the amazing Ninetales who did open that Forbidden Chamber's door. I'm sorry I asked. In Ninetales, but that was a victim, Alderman QB, right? Yeah. Why the hell would you open a box for Forbidden Chamber? Wasn't he trying to keep it sealed? Never mind that. This is including information. Okay. I'm in the darkness, a mighty statue to Taro looms overhead. It's only the door open and a shaft of light appears to glow. The amazing Ninetales had come to the rescue. I guess you probably shouldn't be sad about that, if I had to guess.
Got it.
When the amazing Ninetales opened the chamber, banishing the darkness within, you felt joy, but didn't you also feel shock and sadness? Yes, in the hazy depths of my mind, I do recollect something of that nature. I believe it was a fiend's cape of red. For when I did behold it, a great wave of sadness did inexplicably wash over me. I think it's explicitly. A cape of red. Apollo, we reduced the noise level. No, but there's a little left. Hey, Temmo, why were you sad when you saw the red cape? Why indeed? What could this mean? His later question contradicts the evidence. Okay. Right, because I absolutely know the darkest a mighty statue head. Brooms. Rescue. He doesn't wear a cape. Or does he? Yeah, he doesn't wear a cape. Wait, no, he doesn't. What's that thing back there? No, those are his pants. Yeah, he doesn't wear a cape.
Objection!
I knew that thing would come in handy. You said the amazing Ninetales cape was red. Are you sure about that? Yes, well, I do believe it was a red cape I saw, but... Maybe Tenma. Does this cape look red to you, my nigga? Oh, that certainly does not look red. Not even a scarlet or crimson either. Nevertheless, upon my liberation, something red did fill my as yet hazy view of field. Oh boy. And I thought to myself, ah, the amazing Ninetales is arrayed in a cape of red. Blood? So you mistook that red for something. That red something for his cape, huh? Apparently so, and remembering it now brings great sadness upon me. So the red something probably wasn't a cape after all. Maybe that great sadness he mentioned was something in memory. It would have seemed to be a fox behind the amazing Ninetales. I don't know. Could it have been the blood? Well, this is the red thing we saw. Oh, fuck. Oh, the cloth, right? Right? Or... But it's a small cloth, right? Could have been a... Oh, I guess it was a large cloth. Okay. Okay, I guess not. Whatever, dude. Here. Something red that could produce a deep red sadness. I mean, deep red sadness. Oh my god, my eyes hurt. Could it be, Mr. Tenma, that you saw the alderman's blood? Blood? Why, yes. It was blood. Ooh. It's all coming back to me now. It wasn't a red cape that I saw. It was lying behind the Amazing Nine Tails, the Alderman's bloody body. Like. Oh, okay. I guess you can confuse that for a cape. Bye-bye. His noise level is down to 0. I think he's remembered everything now. So, does this mean Amazing Ninetales killed the Alderman QB? But the Alderman was Amazing Ninetales, so how does that work? Bitch, I asked you first. Well, Mr. Justice, you sure know how to make a complicated matter even more complicated. True. But hey, at the time of the crime, our client was in the Forbidden Chamber. Furthermore... Oi, don't you think this strange? The little scamp has already confirmed her father to be in the Fox Chamber, but she said not about seeing the Amazing Ninetail there. Hattering that up, didn't you? If he didn't see the bell there either. It's so weird. Who really was in that room then? Will the defense care to share any theories with the court? Can you explain the inconsistency between the defendant's testimony and his daughter's? I really don't know. I legit do not know, dude. Like... I have no clue. I don't know, but I'm going to say yes anyway. Sure, of course I can. I can explain it, because if I don't, we're fucked. Not with more bluffs and fairy tales, I trust. Fair warning, Justice. I shall have your head if you fail to explain this. Ugh. What a good old-fashioned penalty. Well, young Justice, let's see if you have a head worth keeping on your shoulders. Okay, first of all, Mr. Rebel was definitely in the Fox Chamber while it was locked. We also know that Mayor Tenma was in the Forbidden Chamber based on his testimony. These two facts are crucial to my explanation, so let's consider the following question. If the facts point to Florent LaBelle and the victim being there at the scene, why did Jinxie Tenma see her father married Tenma and the victim? That's a great question indeed. I suppose you have an answer for us. Sadly, you be supposing wrong. You think she could have mistaken LaBelle for the mayor? I mean, she did, and the question is, why did she do that? Well, how is the explanation, Mr. Justice? Well, the time for questions is over. The defense asserts that Florent LaBelle was at the scene of the crime. However, Jinxie Tenma has testified that she saw her father collapse there. If she has, in fact, misremembered the event, what could have made her do so? Hmm. LaBelle disguises Tenma? How could he do that, though? How could LaBelle disguise her? The mask? I mean, if you want to take a stretch, right? Nah. But maybe he does have white hair. And the mask does have white fur. I mean, it's yellow on, like, he has like a yellow face, but I don't know what else it could possibly be. Cause like, Jinxie was confused. I'm gonna go with this one. The figure Miss Tenma saw was not her father. It was Florent Bell disguised as Damien Tenma. Oh, I was thinking of the wrong person. Whoops. Yo, whoops.
Silence.
That is complete bullshit. Their faces are utterly unalike. How could you explain that away with a mere disguise? Yes, they both do have incredibly distinctive faces. Maybe the disguise completely hid his face? I think Jinxie would have mentioned if she couldn't see her father's face. And if it was that sort of disguise, wouldn't she have removed it? Whoops. Your sword is as dull as your mind, young Justice. Shall I show you what a truly sharp blade is capable of? I think I'll pass. Ugh. Okay, dude. Bro, I got it wrong, alright? Dang. You good, Apollo? I'm not fine, am I? Okay, dude. I got it wrong. You don't have to clown me like this. Oh my god. Bro, I get it. I got it wrong. Let me try again. Rather than Jinxie did remove the disguise, maybe she couldn't remove it. And rather than she didn't tell anyone about the disguise, maybe she couldn't. Wait a minute. No. Never mind. This man is more precious than his own life. Never unmask himself in front of others. There are matches where wrestlers battle. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation wrestlers could suffer. Whether a mask or more important in life itself. What about the fact that it was the Naito's open door? The mask can't be removed in front of others. We got it all backwards. Apollo? I think we fucked up. Baldness, I see no need to further indulge them in their silly little farce. The defense has no proof. They never did and never will. Well, it seems I must announce my verdict.
Objection!
I do have proof. Do you now? Alright then, but this better be good, Mr. Justice. Huh? We can solve the remaining riddles by turning all of our assumptions upside down. Why Jinxie Tenma mistook Mr. LaBelle for her father. Why she couldn't remove the costume, or tell anyone about it in the first place. These riddles are inextricably linked to Mayor Tenma's secret identity. A shocking secret identity that will turn the entire premise of this case upside down. This piece of evidence clearly reveals Mayor Tenma's secret identity. Is it the fucking mask? Because that's what I thought in the first place? What absolute niggery, poppycock, fuckery. We thought the Alderman was the amazing Ninetales, and the mayor was Temataro. That's why I believe the mayor killed the Alderman in his lust for the Ninetales veil. And if it was the basis for our prosecution's entire case against our client. However, we got the whole thing backwards. Mayor Tenma wasn't Temataro after all. He was the amazing Ninetales. What's this? What? Right, I totally meant that. My theory was all 100% correct. Alrighty then. Jinxie no doubt knew the true identity of Amazing Ninetales, but she couldn't tell anyone no matter what. That's why she didn't say it was Amazing Ninetales she saw passed out. Even though, unbeknownst to her, it was really Florent LaBelle in disguise.
Silence.
Okay, that actually doesn't make sense. The accused is not deceitful dandy are utterly dissimilar in physical build and voice. The little scamp would have seen a difference.
Objection!
Remember, Mr. LaBelle has his very own brand of cosmetics. Why couldn't he fake a different build too? And anyone speaking through a mask would naturally sound different.
Silence.
Why does she not simply pull the mask off?
Objection!
No, no, no. A masked wrestler's disguise is more precious than life itself. As a huge fan of the Amazing Ninetales, she would never dare unmask him. Gah. Ah. This case of mistaken identity also explains the riddle of the locked room. Then by all means, young Justice, answer for us already. First, Mr. LaBelle entered the room where the mayor and the alderman were talking. I suspect he brought with him coffee, laced with some sort of sedative. Once the alderman was out cold, that's when Mr. LaBelle killed him. Next, he took the mayor, who he had also drugged, into the Forbidden Chamber. Then he returned to the Fox Chamber, slipped into some of the the mayor's spirit clothes. Oh. And completed the disguise by donning the Amazing Ninetales mask. With his entire charade in place, Mr. LaBelle then let out a scream. The scream that led Jinxie Tenma to the scene. Huh. So then, the person who said, "I killed Alderman QB" was... Yup, that was Florent LaBelle in disguise. The mayor never actually confessed.
Silence.
This is no more than guesswork and speculation. Now stop your jabbering and...
Objection!
Thank you, interrupt him for once. No, you fucker. This time, you stop your jabbering. Let me present my case. Thank you. Thank you. Ah. Once Miss Tenma left, he said, "Shush you yourself." Mr. LaBelle, still wearing the mayor's clothes and mask, opened the Forbidden Chamber so he could drag the mayor back out into the Fox Chamber. Oh, so the Amazing Ninetales the mayor saw was... right, that was LaBelle opening the Forbidden Chamber. The second time Mr. LaBelle opened the door to the Forbidden Chamber, he happened to catch the thieving Mr. Filch by surprise. Why'd he open it a second time? Startled, Mr. Filch in his Tower disguise ran as fast as he could away from the room. Okay. Oh, okay, it was during when he opened the thing for the... yeah. As he did, he left behind him a trail of physical tracks, and gave Miss Temma the scare of her life in the hallway. With no one left to witness the events that had occurred, Mr. Rebel then proceeded to drag the sitting mayor back into the Fox chamber. I see. Well, that all certainly does make sense. Then, after dragging the mayor back into the Fox chamber, Mr. Rebel threw the mask out the window and fled the room.
Silence.
For this absurd theory to work, it requires that the defendant be the Amazing Ninetales. However, he was the one pushing for the municipal merger. That such an individual could possibly be the Amazing Ninetales is preposterous.
Objection.
No. The mayor was blackmailed into pursuing the merger. Miss Temma's life would have been in danger if he had openly voiced his opposition. That's why he created a secret identity as the Amazing Ninetales. Yeah! This is madness. No one could possibly hatch such an insane plot. No one except a killer as insane as its plot, and I'd say Front LaBelle more than qualifies. Foolish mortal. It is at your own peril that you forget who I am. Mayor Temma, it's okay now. Jinx will be safe just as soon as Mr. Rebel is arrested. You are the Amazing Ninetales, aren't you? I... Hold it. Ha ha. You have quite the active imagination. Mayor Tenma is not the Amazing Ninetales.
Objection.
What do you mean? Well, has the mayor admitted to it yet? But that's just... And even if he did admit to such nonsense, I would reveal the truth behind Tenma right here and now. What? Yeah. Why, you would dare reveal the secret? Ah ha ha ha. My good friend the Alderman told me all about it. But it wouldn't be good to expose the truth. What with the superstitions now, would it? The truth behind Tomataro? What are you talking about? So go ahead, say it. Say, I am the Amazing Ninetales. I dare you!
Objection!
Wait. Will somebody please explain what's going on here? Mayor Temma will do anything to keep the truth behind Tomataro a secret. A dark, terrible truth that has been kept secret by the village superstitions. And if the mayor admits to being the Amazing Ninetales, you'll expose the truth. Alright, I won't have him walking free because of some nonsense you made up. So, what now, young Justice? Without the mayor's admission, your theory is as useless as you are in battle. I'll show you who's useless. Apollo, don't you dare give up now. I know. Your Honor, I believe Mr. Rebel's statements warrant a thorough cross-examination. After all, the true identity of Amazing Ninetales is the cornerstone of this case. Huh, you have a point there. Please answer this court, Mr. Rebel. Is the defendant the Amazing Ninetales or not? Find out next time. Amazing Ninetales' true identity is not Mayor Tenma. The mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind Tomataro right here and now. And that would bring ruin upon the Ninetales Vale, just as the superstitions say. I don't have the superstitions book anymore. I was like, are we really not gonna need that anymore? Talk about out of the pot into the fire. This way, the mayor will be found guilty for sure. Honestly speaking, if Mayor Damien Tenma is not the Amazing Ninetales, I'm afraid I don't see how the defense has much of a case here. And let's just leave it at that, shall we? We all know Alderman QB was the amazing Ninetales, anyway. I mean, that's how Ninetales Vale made a comeback. The Alderman was so popular. There's gotta be a hole in that testimony somewhere. I don't even know where to start. Since we don't have any proof that the mayor is using Ninetales, then we'll just have to get him to admit it himself. But if he admits it, LaBelle's going to expose the secret behind Temtaro. Ah, we're so close, I know it. You begin now. Okay, hurry. We are very close. Round 3, I think.
Hold it!
This whole case only makes sense if the mayor's using Ninetales. I know he uses mask to create the illusion of the locked room murder.
Silence!
Nothing more than idle speculation. You've no evidence now, have you?
Objection!
Mr. LaBelle knows what this statue originally looked like. That means he had to be in the Fox Chamber while it was still locked tight. Sorry, but I heard about the statue from Alderman QB. If you don't believe me, just ask him. Oh, but what's that? The Alderman's dead? Looks like the joke's on you, bitch. Apollo, mind if I wring his neck? Wait in line, cause I'm going first. Temper. Anyway.
Hold it!
The only bullshit here in this court is you and your assertions. Tisk. Such anger is terrible for the skin, you know. Beauty is like a flower that blooms forth from a sense serene heart. Like what? I wouldn't expect a wilted peasant like you to understand. Okay, this is nothing.
Hold it! Silence!
Why is all this stuff highlighted?
Hold it!
Do not gaze upon Temtaro. Do not tell us if you see him. Temtaro's a great fortune. Come to think of it. Could Temtaro actually be? He's not Mayor Temma because he's the Naito's fox, so, but... Telling the villagers that Temtaro was a terrifying yokai is what has scared them away from the Forbidden Chamber and the treasure within. It's not the treasure that been kept secret all this time. Well. It seems our ace attorney here has uncovered the truth that must not be revealed. Mayor Timon looks like he wants to keep the truth hidden as much as I do. Tragedy is doomed to repeat itself as long as Temtaro exists. That's why the secret must be protected. As long as Temtaro exists, huh? Mr. LaBelle, please add that statement to your testimony. Tragedy is doomed to repeat as long as Temtaro exists. I get it. It doesn't exist because the thief stole it.
Objection!
Mr. LaBelle, what if Temotaro no longer existed? Revealing the truth would no longer be an issue now, would it? If Temotaro no longer existed? What on earth are you talking about? Oh, apparently you haven't heard. Temotaro no longer exists. But I guess you didn't get to do a thorough search after the key was taken from you. Because when we searched the forbidden chamber, there wasn't any treasure there. Really? Well, maybe you weren't looking in the right place. No. Sorry, but I have proof that Temotaro no longer exists. Take a look at this figure. What do we have here? It looks like some sort of creature. You found this in the forbidden chamber. It's an Azuki Kozo figure. The great thief Azuki Kozo used to leave them at the scene of his crimes. Are you suggesting that Temotaro has been stolen? Uh-huh. Damn straight. Phineas Field's grandfather, a master thief, was a culprit. And by that hideous, moronic caretaker's grandfather, no less. You... no! My beautiful golden Temotaro was... The greed inspired by the Temotaro can no longer bring ruin upon Ninetales Vale. Isn't that right, Mayor Tenma? The root of tragedy would indeed seem to be gone. In fact, I now recall the Alderman revealing the secret to me on the day of our meeting. He must have been speaking of Temotaro. For he said to me, the gold ingot was gone. The gold ingot? You mean the treasure that is Temotaro's true form? Recall, if you will, the scroll in the forbidden chamber. Temotaro is a yellowish object shown there. A giant gold ingot that my nomadic ancestors bestowed upon the Ninetales Vale. In return for that gold, my ancestors did receive from Ninetales Vale land that would become Tenma Town, but drive the villagers mad with greed did that great fortune. Bitter was their greed-fueled battle. It was as if they were possessed. My ancestors' gold became as a curse upon their village, a curse of ruin. Thus, it was that yokai Temotaro came to be. So, Temotaro and the village superstitions were merely fairy tales to scare people away. Fairy tales or not, Temotaro made quite a mess of things. Yes, indeed, for there is no greater monster than a mortal man's lust for gold. Well, you know what they say, love of money is the root of all evil. My ancestors did a terrible thing here to the Ninetales Vale. A thing so terrible that Temotaro, a monster just as terrible, had to be created to keep it a secret. Yet we have naught but love for the little village to which we owe our very existence. Tenma Town would never seek to take over Ninetales Vale in a merger. Oh my, that was quite a shocking lesson in history. Mr. Mayor, now that we know Temotaro no longer exists, are you ready to admit your secret? You are the Amazing Ninetales, right? Hold it. No, don't do it. Please. No. Oh. Oh. Be gone. Thought? Now, where was I? The Golden Lord Yokai, the Amazing Ninetales, is indeed me. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha ha ha. And that means Jinxie. Yes? The man wearing the mayor's clothes who you saw collapse in the Fox Chamber. Was he wearing the amazing Nine-Tails mask? Uh-huh. That's what made me think it was Papa. He said he was going to reveal his secret identity to Alvin QB that day, so... So, it really wasn't Papa I saw there, was it? It was Florent's idea from the start. He advised me to reveal my secret identity to the alderman. Yeesh. Rube Goldberg machined the less elaborate setups in LaBelle's scheme. You may rest easy now, little Jinxie. That monster's deception is through. Oh my god. The true facts behind this case have finally come to light. Mayor Tenma did not kill Alderman QB. But Florent LaBelle did. How dare you, peasant! No!
Silence.
Oh my god. Young Justice. What the? You should at least have a real blade in your hand. If you desire to cross swords with me. Or have you mistaken this battlefield for a training ground? Yeah. What the hell does this dude want now? Evidence is like a razor-sharp blade that cuts through bone as it were butter. But you have only blind guesses. A dull blade incapable of cutting even a cake. He does have you there, Young Justice. After all, evidence is everything in a court of law. But they're right. Let's see some evidence. Of course, a perfect being like me wouldn't leave any incriminating evidence behind. Ah, ha, 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 ha. This is the final battle. Just as a samurai must live and die by the sword. You will live or die by the evidence you hold. My swift blade of judgment awaits. Now present your conclusive evidence. Or don't you have any? Ah, shit. Do I have anything conclusive? Of course I do. Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. You do? Of course I do. It's just the conclusive evidence we need, too. I'm gonna finally prove Mayor Tenma innocent. Here comes justice. What the hell? Whoa. Whoa. Let's review the facts. The most damning evidence against the mayor was the crime scene itself. The mayor and the victim were the only two people found in the room. Also, we all thought the alderman was killed because he was missing Nine-Tails. But as we know now, of course, we were way off. The Amazing Nine-Tails is really Mayor Damien Tenma. That's why when his daughter Jinxie saw the Amazing Nine-Tails collapse at the scene, she mistook him for her daughter and her father. Those are the facts we've revealed. However, Mr. LaBelle asserts that he did not leave any evidence at the scene of the crime. But he didn't say anything about evidence outside of the crime scene. Maybe he's as clever as he thinks he is. Does any of this evidence outside the crime scene provide any clues? The hand cream. Oh yeah, I forgot it. Yeah, the mask, because he threw it out the window, right? I guess. Okay, the mask. Let's find a clue inside. What the hell is this? I know. The Amazing Nine-Tails mask. It was found washed up along the river. What sort of clues does the mask hold? What the hell are you have me doing? White hair? And what about the hair left in the mask? Who does it belong to? Well, it must be Rex, right? And the mask belongs to the alderman. So the true identity and no. What the hell? How did he leave white hair in the mask? Sure, Florent LaBelle. My dude's having a brain blast. The white hair is LaBelle's? Right, the hair is from LaBelle's. What the fuck? Well, young Justice, do you have any conclusive evidence to present to this court? Uh-huh. But of course I do. Observe this mask, if you will. That mask? How is that conclusive evidence? It's not the mask itself, but the white hair inside it. We originally thought it belonged to Alderman Rex QB. Right, but the Missing Ninetales, as we know now, is mere 10 months, so... That's right. So the question is, whose hair could this be? And the answer to that is the last person to have worn it before it was discarded. That would be you, Mr. Florent LaBelle. What are you talking about? I never had any hideous white hair like that.
Silence.
Well, he does change his hair color. I guess that could be it. It would appear your coup de grace failed to hit its mark. This freakish fop is not the white hair type, because he's busy being one ludicrously garish color or another.
Objection!
No, no, no. No, Prosecutor Blackquill. It's you who has made a fatal error. What? Remember where this mask was found. Washed up by the side of the river. With that in mind, this last piece of evidence will solve all the main riddles. What? Bro. It's gotta be something with this, right? Oh, hair color that washes out with water? What? Hair color that washes out with water? I mean, it's the answer, but like, the hair color washes out with water. Oh! Wait, how does it even work? Whatever. Ah, that's... Huh? What is that? This is Mr. LaBelle's own private brand of hair color. It washes out with just water. The court will also recall that the Amazing Ninetales mask washed up along the side of the village river with white hair inside it. Gah! What's this? Are you saying that premium peacock's hair color is... That's exactly what I'm saying. Mr. LaBelle's hair color is a freaky work of fiction. Thanks to the river flowing through Ninetales Vale, we now have a real-life expose. Gah! The white hair in this mask is conclusive evidence proving you're the real killer. A DNA test is all we need to prove it, and we both know we'll get a match. Admit it, Florent LaBelle. You were the one who killed Alderman Rex QB. You... peasant. How dare you? Ah! You profane my beauty like a bug on a rose. I'm going to do something like I did the alderman. Oh my god! Jesus! Hello, this is LaBelle. What? The project is off? This is LaBelle. The sponsors have pulled out? LaBelle speaking. I'm fired? You mean I'm no longer Mayor 10-8? Hello, this is LaBelle. What? There's stratospheric damages coming against me? $100 million? I'm finished, washed up, stick a fork in me. I'm done. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Looks like we're done here. This is preposterous. I, Simon Blackwell, defeated? Everyone relax, everyone relax, everyone relax. Everyone chill out. Light work for your boy. Another case in the bag. Well, this is quite the unexpected outcome. I gotta hand it to you, young Justice. Whoops. You really turned this case on its head, just like that other lawyer. Young Phoenix, right? Wait, no, it was a compliment, right? Prosecutor Blackwell, well, what have you done with Florent LaBelle? The defaced man has withered like a flower without a water. One of the officers is currently tending to him with a sprinkler. Wouldn't that just wash you more of his makeup off? Allow me to explain the actions of the guilty party in detail. The motive, of course, was to steal the gold ingot known as Temataro. However, few are allowed inside the manor due to its cultural ties to the Nine-Tailed Vale. LaBelle set in motion plans to gain access to the manor and the gold within via the merger, but the efforts of the amazing Nine-Tails saw those plans come to a halt. And thus, LaBelle murdered the alderman and attempted to pin the blame on Mayor Tenma. I see. What I still can't comprehend is, why would he go after the gold in the first place? This LaBelle doesn't look like someone who's in need of financial aid. LaBelle hid his past well, much like he hid his beauty with makeup. He's mired in debt due to pouring money into a brand only he could love. Which is why he sought the gold with such voracity. Too bad for him. Someone else had gotten to it first anyway. I see. Very well then. I believe it's time I declared a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Damien Tenma, not guilty. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Woo! Jesus. This is gonna go on for a while because it's at a third of the original speed. Nope, a fifth. Okay, bro, we get it. We're happy, alright? This case is over. April 19th, 1:23 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby, number 3. That's some serious good lawyering, Apollo. Even I didn't see that one coming. It's kinda lucky, I guess. You banished Temataro from Nine-Tailed Vale like you were some kind of exorcist. There's still one thing I don't understand. Thomas LaBelle didn't kill Mayor Tenma too. He could have set it up so the mayor murdered the alderman, then died from a counterattack. I would have removed at least one possible fly from the ointment. I was wondering about that too. But I have a hunch LaBelle's biding his time. He was planning on exposing his Nine-Tailed true identity himself. Huh? But why? Because the mayor was using Nine-Tails. Had LaBelle succeeded in framing Mayor Tenma for the alderman's murder, Joseph's popularity would have plummeted once his identity was revealed. Oh, I see. If Mason Nine-Tails was just killed, he'd die a hero. But if he was purely the villain, his fans would abandon him, making the merger that much easier. Right. And when the merger was complete and everything cooled down, he'd be able to search the Forbidden Chamber at his leisure. What an insanely intricate plot. A most excellent job clearing my name. A feat worthy of the Demon Lord's approval. Why are you acting like Temataro again? Let this be of no concern to you. How could it not concern me? Temataro, be gone! Gah! Jinxie. Seems like ages since I've laid eyes on you. Papa, you're finally back. I was about to say you're finally black. Yes, it would seem Tematara was no match for you. Ha ha ha. I'm not scared of that silly yokai anymore. Your father's a free man now, Jinxie. Isn't that great? Thank you for all you've done. Seeing you guys in action, it made me feel like I don't have to be afraid anymore. Wait, Jinxie actually smiling? This is all thanks to you two. Too bad the amazing Ninetales will have to retire though. How come? Once everyone hears I'm the amazing Ninetales, my fan base will nosedive. After all, I'm not the most popular man of people. No, I'm not the most popular of people. Another reason for my secret identity. I don't see how I could possibly continue. I think you can judge yourself. Take a look outside. Say, now that you mention it, what's all the noise out there? A big crowd gathered outside the courthouse once the news broke. Seems they want to get a glimpse of Damien Tenma, the man behind the mask. And to root for your return to the wrestling ring. Rooting? For me? I thought I was nothing more than a male factor in their lives. The only one who really matters is Jinxie. Show her how cool you really are. Yeah, you're the coolest when you're not there fighting in the ring, Papa. Jinxie. Here, I think you'll be needing this. This nigga's mask. Man, those freaking end presentations are very easier. I don't know how to describe it. Now, if you excuse me, huh? I didn't want to keep my fans waiting. Ugh. Sure hope they can solve the problems between Town and Ninetales Vale. Yeah, me too. I'm sure they'll be fine. After all, the blackmailers slash killers behind bars and murder is no longer an issue. Plus, because Ninetales Zombie's still a hit, I suspect Ninetales Vale will be too. And it's all because we believe in our client, just like he said. Alright, people. Now that we got that one in the bag, let's get something to eat. Starving. Bet. I haven't been eating since yesterday. Try to keep eating. Or you might have to start looking up at me. What? I'm definitely past my growth phase, and you should be about past yours too. Are you kidding me? I'm just getting started. Ready or not, it's face stuffing time. Yeah, keep eating like that. The only direction you'll grow is sideways. Very funny. But I've got a hollow leg. I can use as much as I want without getting an ounce. Really? I can't wait to see this. Cat, just let him try to stick on me. Alright, already, you two. What's it going before the old man closes shop? Elden's Noodles isn't an all-night stand, you know. Isn't that the dude from the— oh my god. I was right. Let's go. I've been waiting to have both in there ever since Mr. Wright told me about them. Well, what are you waiting for? Noodles are on me today, so I expect some serious eating from you two. Alright, let's go. I won't let you down. You have no idea what you're getting into. Elden's noodles are so hot and salty. 2 bowls would kill a man. That was our first case together, and it felt like nothing could bring us down after that. The dark age of the law seemed so distant, so irrelevant to our small, cozy office. But little did I know that it had been lurking all along, right there behind us. The first time it made itself known was during the murder at Famous Legal Academy. That case would mark the twilight before the dark, cold night that was to come. The fucking end. Oh, we did it. Episode 3, Turnabout Academy. Is this gonna be in the past too?